Here's the outside strip. There was a strip of, they didn't use plywood on this. Originally they used standard 1x2 or 2x2, sorry. So I used 3 pieces of plywood. It also has an angle similar to the one up top. As you can see, the wall comes down, not vertical, and then again switches an angle here. So they're bolted together. This is bolted up with fender washers, and I cut off what was the overhang. Same thing here, you can see. So that's all in place. So I might have to put a bolt through there too, each one. So let's start continuing. That's the idea. One hacked up looking battery box, but it is a battery box. Now I just have to put it back in and try and get a tray for it. Let's put a plastic tray in there so that it doesn't get any chance of corroding from battery acid. One heat formed battery tray. Hold 2 batteries. Goes in this box. Fits like that. So I'll make this corner a little tighter, just to make sure it doesn't leak. All the others are good. All the others are good, honest, believe me. There. Just heat it up until it's opaque or clear, and then squish it together. These ones are dirty here because when I first did it, the pliers was dirty. Then afterwards I used the pliers, just the shape of the jaw, large flat pliers like this. I just used push down in the corners with that, flattened it out. Held it for 30 seconds till it adhered. So I'll just fix that one corner, then this can go in to the box, ready for reinsertion into the motorhome. There it is inside the kludged up battery box. It fits. Hold 2 batteries. So I got that from pieces of an old chemical tote. You can usually get these for, if you don't plan to use it for water to drink, then you can get them for 25 to 50 bucks. And the frame comes off, it's a metal frame, light metal, and then you've got all the plastic. Or you can buy it from a plastics dealer, or if you're real kludgy, you can Mickey Mouse something together with old bleach bottles or oil plastic containers, stuff like that. So there are sheets of plastic around, or a 5-gallon square pail would be the easiest to work with. Round will work as well. Different sources, ice cream buckets, etc. It's all the same stuff. It's just this is fairly thick and it won't leak, so should work. Point of no return now. My, how things get more complicated. I have to remove the bottom skirt on this side, of course, because everything's rotten, like that, for instance, in the corner, all the way along, just like the other side, except maybe worse. And all this got to go. And I've got this sheet of aluminum here, which is like asking for trouble. You can see what's happened. Made a little battery. So that piece of plywood there runs straight across along with the aluminum. And then the screws hold everything in place. But they're steel screws in aluminum, collecting water, ate things away. Fortunately, this is pretty good, this 1/2 inch piece. So it's a case of getting in there, and I might have to remove this whole panel here and replacing what I have to replace. Now that's just a piece running across. As you can see, it's up against the insulation there. So that shouldn't be a big deal. And then likewise here, that should also just be a piece outside. You see they got a screw here. So that came down from the top. So they screwed that through here, I guess. So that feels okay. Oh, no, soft as anything in there. That'll be harder. And then you have in here just thousands of little turds. And a nest in the back. Beauty. That's going to be fun to remove and clean up. And the plywood seems okay, but for some reason these are supposed to be tongue and groove pieces for flooring, and they've reversed them. I don't know why they did that. One is supposed to be male, one female to hold together. But other than that, that feels okay to my finger. That feels okay. There's dirt in there. So that should be okay. Some kind of a line there. Yeah. Wiring. So there you go. And I'll have to remove some bolts for the floor. Like there. A number of those to remove. And I want to clean up this and paint it. So I don't know if I'm going to do that on the truck or not. But then there's framing inside that all has to be done too, just like the other side. Message is, get your windows fixed. Don't let them leak. I should point out that I have to remove the door to remove the bottom skirting. Heat is your friend with this stuff. Makes it soft and pliable. And I could scrape off the outside edge and then soften it up on the inside and pull it out, prying carefully. So let's now we start replacing the framing and go from there. First step is to cut out this piece of flooring here. I've marked it. It's 14 inches from the edge, which happens to match up with that line there. That's kind of what I was going for. So we will do with that. This seemingly has problems. So not sure exactly what to do there yet, but that doesn't look terribly good. If you can see that sticking up off the floor. But cut out this stuff first, and then maybe I can see what I can do in there. Unless somebody's already replaced that piece, which is possible. All right, cut it out. And then these bolts have to come out. And they're holding the hatch that's underneath, which is fairly heavy. It's all steel. And it hangs from 6 bolts, 3 each side. But I'll cut this out first with my great oscillating saw, which is the real hero of the operation. And see what I can do about replacing it. And I probably will step it. We'll see how strong it is down there. But I probably will step it so that we get some interlock and a bit more strength. Since the oscillating saw blades are expensive and I'm cheap, I've cut in far enough for the skill saw to finish the cut. Did it on both sides. So now I'm just working along. I've set it to 3/4 because that's how thick the top sheet is. I proved that with the oscillating saw because then there's insulation underneath. It's framed with plywood like the other side was. It's continuous through, of course. and they have styrofoam insulation. As you can see a piece sticking out there. So it's 3/4 of an inch. Cut that off and then see if I can separate it. Now this piece here is good. Sadly, the piece inside is good too. However, underneath is rotten, and I can't get at the underneath. So I think, and this as well, which has got the bracket holding the bulkhead on. So I think what I gotta do is cut this off, laminate it with a new piece, and then get the screws and that inner piece out, and then I can make a new piece that goes right through. It'll be stronger that way. And get the screws out of there, clean up all the rot, and make it so it doesn't leak. I think that's what I got to do, because I can't get at anything at the moment. So I'm probably going to have to remove, well, maybe not. Might not have to remove the hatch that's underneath. I wanted to originally, but it's pretty heavy and I don't want to fight with it. Putting it back in, I can clean it up where it is inside and paint it inside the hatch without having to take it out, I think. So the puzzle continues. Work goes on. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, or even notify, or any of the above, or all of the above. Thank you.